Hey, what up, guys? Ninja here. Welcome back. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And use the code in my bio, 20% off. I know you've probably been getting tired of this if you've been watching my videos, but there's solid stuff on my website. So, yeah, I'll be repping that every time I'm going into a regional or a YCS larger event. I'm ordering myself some of my own gear soon, and hope you do the same. But without further ado, let's get into it. Yeah, so this is a local match between me and my buddy Barry. Shout out to you. Uh, he's on Heroes, and I'm on Mermail, Atlantean here, and our mats perfectly coincide. Would you look at that? The little like cherry blossom flowers are kind of flowing from his mat. Anyways, all right, let's get into it. Get our speed up here. Um, So dice roll. I think I roll a 4. He rolls like a 3, or no, we both roll 4s. So he rolls a 5. I roll a 8. I win the dice roll. So we're drawing things, and then I start out with, what is it? Sorry for the camera work, guys. I know I'm not really showing the graveyard, but I think I pitched Shadow Squad. Again, apologize for the grave, or the view. I'm not really doing a great job of showing quite all of it, but oh no, it must have been Dragoons. So I went Dragoons, and then I searched out Neptibus, and then I think I go Abyss Shrine here. Right. So I have like Dragoons, Neptibus, Abyss Shrine, Coelacanth. That's what this was. Yep, I had Coelacanth and like Droplet. That was my hand. So I go like Abyss Shrine, send. I think it's Dragoons, even though I know I'm not going to search. So this is like the first time I've done the line where I've had to summon Coelacanth from hand. A little weird, although I think at this point I'm thinking I don't want to get nibbed. But oh no, it was Shadow Squad. I pitched a Shadow Squad. That makes more sense. And then I'm like, okay, summon. I don't know how many more interruptions he has in like a 60 card deck. I think he was on 60. Yeah, so I'm specialing that back. I'm linking off. What am I trying to do? Oh yeah, I'm just trying to get Coelacanth out here because I'm like, I. It's kind of a super weird line. Like I guess, what else could I do besides that? Not a ton because I'm trying to make Toad ASAP. You know. So I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess I could have. There's other ways to go about it. I don't think I had another level 4 engraved, but I think all my Abyss Pikes were out there. So, my plan at this point in time is really just to get Coelacanth out there ASAP. I'm just trusting he doesn't have Nib. Right, half the stuff is like better have it, kind of, right? I'm not playing through like a double. If I go Imperm Droll anyways, like I'm dying even if I have Coelacanth out usually. So I must have had another Pike. That maybe was another reason why. Must have had Pike in hand because I play 3. So yeah, so I'm just going like Coelacanth pitch, do Coelacanth things. I go Bahamut, and here's where I misplayed. Right? Okay, so I want to talk about this because this is like. I was big braining this whole time, and I'm like, great, I got Coelacanth out, I got Toad, like, awesome, I'm set. I got one card in hand, and I'm like, crap. I misplayed the hell out of this because the correct play here right now, because I have Coelacanth here as 7, I could make 7. That can't be used as leak material right now. I have Poseidra attached to Abyss Shrine here. And then, I've got just, like, bodies, right? Essentially, the only interruption here is an Omni, right? So if I wanted to sequence things better, I definitely should have linked both of these off for the Abyss Lycia. But instead, I'm like, oh, I actually don't have anything else to do here. I don't know why I didn't do that. So he just starts it off and like, Chalice is my Toad, and I'm like, okay. Whether I negate it or not is fine. I know he's gonna try to like OTK here, so I'm trying to leave as many big bodies as possible. Barry is very good with heroes and OTKing, so I'm trying to just like leave as much bodies on board and follow up. But you know, this new evil hero stuff's kind of nasty when it gets going. Being able to set super poly and just other things like that. So yeah, he's just doing hero stuff. I'm not really having any interaction. I don't have any interruption here. I don't remember what I have in my hand. It's like nothing. So yeah, he's doing his thing. Blah, 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 blah. So he goes off. I think he pops. Yeah. So he goes Mally. Mally, bring that back. I think he's in battle. I want to say at this point. No, not yet. Maybe. Hang on. So he goes, yeah, no, he's in battle. So he attacks my Abyss right. Because they're all losing a crap ton. Right, so I go like anything on red. On attack deck, actually, sorry. Attack deck when he attacks with Mally. That's when I'm like, okay, this is good timing. Because Mally's got 800. So then I'm like, all right, I got to get rid of DPE off the field because that's killing me right now. So, you know, I go for the Poseidon play because now I have Poseidon in Grave. And I think that was the reason why. Because I had Neptibus in hand, but I had no way to... Like, I wasn't specialing Poseidon off, so there was no point. Yeah, so, like, I'm attempting to bounce. He pops my Toad, and then I'm like, new chain, target. I'm adding Dragoons back just for, like, searching follow-up. And, yeah, we're back into, like, a semi-neutral game state. Or I'm like, I'm not dying. So he's going to attack that. We're trying to figure out attack points. And then he goes main 2. And he ends up just like... It's ridiculous. He ends up setting like super poly. I think it was Miracle Fusion or something. The dark evil hero Omni negate trap like is crazy. Yeah. And then I'm just like, all right, I'm not playing through super poly. So yeah, we get into a bit of a grind game. Game 3. What was it? I think I went first. Oh no, this is game 2. I'm sorry. That was all game 1. Yeah, that was a long game 1. So game 2, I'm going first again. So I get nepped out. I think he ashes my... Does he ash my nept? What does he ash? Oh, he ashed my 1-for-1. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was sequencing that correctly. Sorry. So, yeah, he ashed my 1-for-1 because I was trying to bait it. I knew I had starter in hand, but there's no point in playing your other line if you have access to Neptibus already, right? So, like, I pitched a Pirelli, I think it was, and just was trying to bait the Ash and got lucky that I did. So then I normaled it and did the old line, right? So, like, the new line that you can do with this, right? This is the interesting part where you can normally your Shadow Squad pitch Dragoons, make them level 7, Dragoon search this. This bounces this, and then you go Neptibus, and then you're back into full lines, right? So here I'm chilling. I'm like, all right, I'm not dying to nib here, and he can't droll me yet. Well, I guess he could technically droll me, but we're just gonna search the 2 waters off there, and then I'm gonna be like, all right, give me your hand. Your hand's mine. Cool. So we're going off now. So we send this, the Teus or the Neptibus off of the Abyss Shrine, and then we go big fish boy effect, and then I go Neptibus effect, special a Atlantean out, which I think the reason why I didn't use his effect here was because I didn't have any cards left in hand by the time I got Seal Camp out. I was like, oh crap, what do I do here? I gotta pivot, right? I gotta pivot hard. So I'm just trying to make I'm trying to make standard stuff where I make Toad. So then you go, I believe I overlay. So it doesn't matter what I search here really, just any sea serpent. So then I forget that I searched the drawing trap. I'm like, okay, that's just like win more, not really win more, but you know, you get it. You get the idea. just having a more draw card. So I slap Poseidon on top. I link these two off for, I believe it's Coral. Yep, Coral. Then I go effect, pitch what I drew. Special back my dudes. And then I'm thinking here because I'm like, how do I get to the Synchro 7? I'm like, I have a level 1 engrave. So I'm thinking here, I'm like, okay, is it better to use the zones? Like, which zones do I want to take up? And I'd rather leave the one on the outside. So I just use the innermost ones here to make my Sync 7. And my Sync 7 is going to give him back Fusion Destiny because I'm like, take that shit. I'm going to lock you into waters. Yeah. So please tell me I put this in defense, though. Okay, thank you. Here I'm kind of okay with City on this, I think. Because I'm going to use the extra body. Yeah, use the extra body for King. And, you know, I'm sitting on Omni plus Waterlock, right? Which, hindsight, maybe should have used this. But, like, if I Toad negate it, I lost my Omni for the turn, and he probably has Normal Summon in hand. I'm trying to look here. I think he's got one monster. Oh, that was just that was literally his only monster hand. But, like, he has got other monsters that are above, you know, 1,000. So, I'm like, I don't know how much doing this actually impacts it, but, you know, he's just gonna, he goes for a monster that can normal and run over it. So he does indeed run over it. You know, before he does, I draw 2. And I trigger that to add a Mermail back to my hand. And then this got equipped. This wasn't an illegal play here because water wasn't sent to activate the effects, but I was going to use it anyways to, like, bring Toad. Like I was just going to Omni negate the first, like, spell or whatever he negates, and then I just trigger it. It ends up being the same. Like, I end up just doing essentially a spell negate and an Omni, and yeah. So he realizes it's too much. He scoops. So we're going to game 3. He's going first. He goes Fusion Destiny. I go Impulse. Tail as old as Interaction of Water. Yeah, set 1 pass. So I draw. I go Poseidon effects. Poseidon. And then I force his interaction. I'm turning his face down. This card's so good. So good at forcing interaction. So yeah, I force him to book it, and then I just special out Neptibus, and he sees this combo way too much, so he knows what's going to happen next and scoops. So yeah, GG's. I used Impulse. Like, the crazy part about Impulse too, why this card is so insane right now, and why you saw, I think, Fire King do so well is because of this card. It does not make this card live, and you can time it well enough. So, like, normally your opponent would be like, oh, if they Ash us, I'm chill, but then they go Impulse, and you're like, oh crap, right? So this card, albeit this card is great, this card is really good this format, decks that can play Impulse bypass this. So yeah, for those of you who, like, can play a deck that is playing Impulse, like Water or Fire, really good, really good. Obviously limitations with other hand traps in the deck, but yeah, highly recommend. That's it for that analysis. Let me know what you guys think. That was my thoughts on it. Overall, don't think I played it awful. Obviously, the slight misplays in game 1, but other than that, solid. All right, catch you guys in the next one. Shinobi out.